Hey there, Johnny Daniel, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. It is 7 o'clock on Wednesday. How are ya? So, yeah. Just getting everything set for ya, ready to go. And we will get moving on all this. Let's see here. Let's see here. I think we're good. I think. Let's move this up a tiny bit. Just adjusting. Excuse me. All right. So, I will say hello and welcome to the live. Tonight, we are going to be creating 2 cards. The first, we're just going to do the washi tape here. And then the second, we're going to do the washi tape as well to show a little bit of difference. And then, I don't know if you can see it on there, but I'm going to show you how to color that embossing. So that way, you can get that done. So, all right. So I'm going to flip you around and we're going to get to going. So just one sec. If you're joining me, please say hello. I'm just flipping around. Or at least trying to. Let's see here. In theory. Hey Pen, how are you? Alright, so let's adjust a few things. And then hopefully we'll be all set and ready to go. Okay. I think we're set. I think. So, let's see. I think we're good. Okay. So for tonight, I've got 2 cards. 2 cards. And a little bit of tea. Green tea with tropical. It's really good and really fresh. So, so for today, if you order the materials, you are going to get everything for the 2 cards, okay? So, you're going to get a cute little bag, and you're going to get your red shiny envelope, and you're going to get dimensionals even. You are going to get a sampler pack of the washi tape, as well as a little extra piece so you don't have to use your sample on the cards. And of course an envelope. And then for the blue one, you've got a card base. You've got the 2 mats. You've got the little snowflake. You've got the punch out and then the washi tape underneath, right? And the dimensionals underneath, okay? And then for the second one, you've got an envelope with the card base with Sweet Sorbet, Parakeet Party, the polka dots, that, and your 2 sets of gems. So that's what you're gonna get, okay, for that. And I wanted to show you. So this is what this snowflake vellum looks like. Hey Pam, how are you? So we've got silver and I believe I'm missing one design of the snowflakes, but it is what it is. And then we've got velvet, white velvet, and then we've got the polka dots. So that is pretty much minus a page, I think, of what comes in for the vellum, snowflake vellum. Okay, so there you go. So let's see here. We should get going, huh? Yeah, if so. I did want to show you the snowflake vellum, specialty vellum, because it's in a goofy place in the catalog. So if you go to your mini, and you don't have to right now, but if you go to your mini, where is it? right? Right here. Right here. So, I just want to tell you, it's right here. Honestly, when I'm flipping, my hand lands there, and I didn't see it for a very long time. So, it's right there, okay? And it is 12 by 12, but I wanted to let you know that's on page 40, okay? 40. All right, so I've got my gems up here. I've got my vellum. I've got my card bases, and I've got all the paper and stuff to go with. Yay, right? So, first we're gonna do the blue one because it is a little bit easier, and I want to work up to it. I'm glad you're doing better every day. I'm glad to hear that for you. I really, really am. So, let's see here. So I've got my paper trimmer. I just put in a new blade today, so it should be good. And I've got my Orchid Oasis. I must have set something down on here. There we go. So I've got my Orchid Oasis. This is 5 by 3 3/4. My chair is squeaking and creaking, but that is okay. It means I'm going and alive, right? All right, so 5 by 3 3/4, and then the center one. All right, that's a 1/2 inch in, so this is another 1/2 inch in, so we're at 4 1/2 here, which is an inch in. Okay, and then we've got an inch in from the other side would be 3 1/4. So there we go. Okay. All right. Then we've got our snowflakes. Now our snowflakes are 3 1/2, but that is 2 inches in from the 5 1/2. This is how I figure things out. I know, crazy, right? So 4 1/4, 3 1/4, 2 1/4 to cut this. Okay. So there's that. While I have the trimmer out, I am going to get all my other stuff done so I don't have to think about it. So 2 1/4, correct? Yes. Okay. Now, I don't need to worry about the black and white because those are just punches, but I am going to move this to the side. And I'm going to do my sweet sorbet. This is going to be at 5 by 3 3/4. Okay, so that's my first. And then my parakeet party is going to be 4 1/2. And that's an inch in. So we're going to go down here and we're going to go 3 1/4. Okay. So that should be everything I need cut. I hope. Right? So we're going to flip this other card base to the other stack and not lose my polka dots here. All right. So not only am I going to show you how to do all these cards, but I'm also going to show you how to do an envelope flap tonight. So hang tight with me. It might be a minute. Wanted to show you too, this is the washi tape. It comes in Cajun Craze, Highland Heather. That's not Parakeet Party. I believe that's Pear Pizzazz, but do not quote me on that. I'm sorry. And then Basic Black. So that is what we have so far. And then on my desk, I've also got Parakeet Party in the blends. So there you go. Okay. So for this one, let's get to gluing some stuff so I don't end up with piles everywhere, right? So I'm grabbing my Stampin' Seal. You want to make sure to get the straightest possible. Have your card flat so you're not like trying to do it, right? Have it flat. It's easier to work with. I know it's a simple tip, but guess how many times I've tried to do that? How about you? Right? So, all right. So now I'm going to grab my washi tape. This is tearable, not terrible, but I do want a straight edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my snips here. and I'm just gonna trim off a tiny bit, and then I'm gonna cut it in half, okay? And this is just gonna go sideways. And we're always like, what adhesive to use for vellum? What adhesive? How about washi tape? So there's that. Done. Simple, simple, right? Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my rectangle punch. And I'm going to grab, yes, this is a scrap technically. Okay. So I'm cutting for classes, so it'll get used, I promise. So in the meantime though, since I have this out, before I stash it somewhere and I forget, I'm gonna punch my black one for the next one, and then I'm done with that. So off to the side we go. All right, and off to the side we go. So now what I have here, so I've used 2 sets. For this first one, it's all from Peaceful Deer. The other one is from Peaceful Moments, but honestly, just grab some Christmas words, grab some snowflakes, grab some all occasion words. It's really up to you on what you want. So I'm grabbing my snowflakes, and I'm grabbing Sending Love and Peace This Season. I figured somebody might need that, right? So to tie in all the colors, I could have done a silver, I could have done a blue, you know, all that kind of stuff. I am taking the darkest blue and doing the snowflakes, and then I'm going to take the black and coordinate in so it doesn't look like I oopsed with the washi tape, okay? So first and foremost, we're going to do Sending Love and Peace This Season. Now when you punch out, make sure that you get the right side. When you do a punch, it kind of goes down, and you've got one side that kind of curls down and the other side that kind of curls up. I know it's silly, but if you're doing details, let's go, huh? So we're gonna stamp this guy in the middle. There's that. We'll clean these later. I know, right? Hi, Lise. How are you, hun? So we're gonna do that, and then I'm grabbing my Starry Sky, and I'm dabbing my corners, but I don't want it super dark, but I didn't want it as light as Orchid Oasis. I know, all these things, right? So here we are. So I'm gonna dab off, and there's our piece, okay? So now I'm grabbing my dimensionals. Regular size is fine. And I'm gonna grab my card base. Flip that guy over. Grab 2 on here. Okay. And stick this in the center. Now you could add bling, you could add all kinds of stuff, but it is what it is. So, there you go. Hey, Serene, how are you, honey? I'm trying to get this to scroll, and of course it's not going to work for me. Yeah. So, alright, so that's the first card. I'm going to put this to the side, and actually I'm going to do my back stamp. I do not know what happened to my stamp. For some reason, I don't know if I put it on something, or it just deteriorated because I use a lot. My .com is only half. So instead of ordering 1 to replace it, I ordered 2. If anybody needs custom stamps, let me know. I love the girl that I order from. Do I remember her name? No, it's Mama something. I can find it easily though, I promise. So, alright, so that is the first one. Now you could emboss the back, you could embellish, you could do all kinds of things, right? But I was just trying to keep it kind of simple. Kind of. So, I know. Heaven forbid we keep it simple, huh? So, let's see here. And then I'm actually gonna grab the other parakeet party. I want to use the darker one, and I'm not sure which one that is. I want to make sure I grab the right one. The original one I did it with was the light, and I don't know. It was a little too light for me. We'll just say that. All right, so leaving it open, right? Okay, so little boogery. Don't know why, but hey. Okay. All right, so now what we're gonna do to stick that polka dot on. So your snowflake vellum isn't just for Christmas, all right? We can use it for other stuff other than Christmas. Now the snowflakes, I haven't figured out what else to use them for, but the polka dots, we definitely can, you know? So, all right, so now we've got here, and we're just gonna put those down like that, okay? Now, what I'm gonna do, the important part, right? Where did my Versamark go? I was trying to stay organized and look what happens, right? That's usually how it goes. All right, so Versamark is open. This, we're just gonna leave and be sweet and kind so it doesn't go all over the place. Okay, so we're stamping that guy. And we're gonna cap this before we even start to play with that embossing. It's important to not have embossing powder in your pad, right? So there's my happy birthday. Yeah. Okay, there's my happy birthday. So I'm happy with that. No pun intended. I'm gonna grab my reverse action tweezers. If you have bought the embossing toolkit, the reverse action come with it, as well as a paintbrush and a tray. So it's a good deal if you don't already have them. So, all right. So we've got our tool, heat tool here. And we're just gonna heat that. So, it'll take a second to preheat, but that's okay. So with this, the powder, once you start to see it glaze or go smooth, that's when you know it's done. Okay. So let's see here. Okay. That should be good. Okay. So there's that. Let me just flip this back. All right, so we've got that. We're gonna let that cool for just a half a second. Not quite. When you're doing the blends on this is how I'm coloring this. You wanna make sure that it's like very, very cool to the touch, okay? You don't wanna have any tackiness to it, because if you do, guess what happens? Yeah, you got embossing in your marker now, and you're replacing one. So do I mind you ordering another one? No, but there's plenty that right, that we can do, you know, in order without having to reorder. So I'm gonna stick that to the side for just a sec, and I'm gonna show you this trick that I have. Okay, so here's the quote-unquote trick. So if you want to decorate your envelope, okay, here's a quick little, grab a pencil, okay, trace your flap here so you know where to cut, generally speaking, okay. Yeah, I know it's sloppy, but it'll be okay. Okay, so we're gonna do the straight stuff with the trimmer, and you want to make sure you don't have your pencil lines in there. So there's that one. Okay. Now, was there a die cut at one point? Probably. But I don't have it. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to freehand it and it's going to be just fine. So there's that. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my edges just with my snips and it'll be just fine. Because if we don't hit this perfect, guess what happens? Not a problem. Because we can trim it as we need to, right? So we're going to grab here and I'm going to check dry fit, as Jan used to say. Okay. Now, we don't want it to stick out at all. And honestly, since it's kind of, since it's a little bit short, I'm just going to trim. And I gotta do this one this way. For some reason, I cannot cut the other way to save my life. Which is funny because I originally was a lefty and my grandma actually trained me out of being a lefty. She told me that she didn't want the devil to come into me, which is funny to me, and here's the reason why. Because, I'm going to trim this just a hair, because she was a lefty. So I never had the nerve to ask her, now wait a minute, if you don't want me to be a lefty, because the devil's gonna come into me, then you are. We'll leave it at that. You know, it is what it is, right? So now this is the adhesive sheet. So what I'm gonna do here is, it's okay if it's a tiny bit off, but I'm really trying to make it kind of straight, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab here and I'm gonna cut. This is an easy way to glue your vellum down without it being seen too much, okay? And if you don't like doing this, then you could put glue dots in all the bigger places, but honestly, I was like, oh, we gotta figure out a different way. So this adhesive sheet works great. Okay. So we're just gonna rough cut. Why are we rough cutting? Because the adhesive's gonna peel away. It'll be just fine. Okay. So, all right. Unlike the dies, because we're not running it through anything, it won't stick, so it's fine. So what I'm going to do is start a corner, figure out what side's sticky. That side, good. Okay. And we're going to stick this down to the back side of this, because we want the silver showing out. If you're more comfortable, if you think you're going to miss, grab a silicone mat to put underneath you. Then you don't have to worry about it tearing your paper, tearing your whatever, sticking to your table. Now you got to clean, you know, heaven forbid, right? So now what we do is we peel this off. You might want to rub it a tiny bit, and then you stick this down. Now, I was in a hurry, so you're going to be a little bit more exact with this. But there you go, okay? The other way you can do it is overcut it, glue it down, and then trim it. It's really up to you on what you do, okay? So, all right. So just a little tip for you, okay? In case you need your envelope to match and don't feel like stamping more, okay? So now we've got this completely ready to go, cooled off, okay? So I'm gonna grab the darker one of the Parakeet Party. I want the thin tip. I'm not gonna open it over in case a little bit of alcohol spews out. And then what we're gonna do is just lightly go over our embossing. So the blends it takes about 20 seconds to dry. So by the time I finish with the second word, the top one is definitely good. During summertime, it's almost immediate, but you might be using this at Christmas, so I want you to give it a half a second to dry, so you don't stack them, and then if you're doing 40 cards, half of them say, you know, ass on it or something, you know, heaven forbid, right? So that is our colored happy birthday. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm waiting for it to show up a tiny bit, but in real life it's big. Okay, it's really green. So so now I'm grabbing my dimensionals again, and if you wanted to show up more, grab a darker color, you know, up to you. But this is the second card. And we got to do some bling, right? Because it wouldn't be a card without some bling. So we're just going to slide some off here. And that one the glue didn't go with. We'll see if we can coerce it to go with it. I'm not so sure on that one. So we'll try a different one. It has been summer in the desert, so my bling has seen its wear. We'll just say that. Adhesive in the desert doesn't do too well when it's 100 and God knows, you know. So, all right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So that's enough for now. So in real life, it definitely shows up. So, all right. So that is what I have for you guys tonight. I hope you enjoy. And follow me, stampingwithjohnny.com. Have a great evening. And see you next week. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.